Alright, so welcome back to another Patreon request, and this time around we're going to be doing a... this Patreon comes from That Guy, I think, and he asked me to do a cartoon version of the anime manga series Record of Ragnarok. And basically, he wanted me to do like a version of the story, but with cartoon characters as the main focus. And I was like, all right, I can do that. Yeah, I can do that. I can totally do that. So, in this story, basically what has happened is that the realm of Mortal Kombat, because really, when you think about it, like, in a weird way, Record of Ragnarok, even though I haven't watched a lot of it, Record of Ragnarok is like Mortal Kombat with gods. So, in here, the realm of Shao Kahn has basically shown up on Earth, not Earth Realm, this Earth, and has declared, hey, we're gonna have, this is the way of combat, I'm going to have a tournament, and, this Earth will be mine. That's when the Elder Gods show up, and the Elder Gods go, no, you can't have this Earth this typical way, because unlike Earth Realm, this Earth is the Prime Earth. That you take this Earth, you take the multiverse. So this tournament is going to be a little different. So basically what has happened is that the Elder Gods basically tell them this tournament will be different. There will be one tournament, but there has to be 13 combatants on each side. And whoever wins 7 matches in this battle will be the owner, will be able to protect the multiverse or be able to rule it. And no one and that's so the Elder Gods were like, yeah, you can't have this universe this Earth the typical way, Shao Kahn. There has to be special provisos and whatnot, And to make sure this, of course Raiden is like, wait, this ain't right. We can't let Shao Kahn, of all people, take this world, if that's so important. And the Elder Gods are like, you're right, that's because you're going to be officiating it, Raiden. And Raiden immediately goes, what? What? Yeah, you are going to officiate the tournament. You are going to be the judge and referee, not Shang Tsung, not Shao Kahn, you. You will be the deciding factor, and you have to remain non-biased. Because if you do go a little biased, we'll kill you. Elder Gods have spoken. Bye! So yeah, under threat of death, Raiden has to remain non-biased to to more or less give the fate of the multiverse. And yeah. So there has to be a team of 13 heroes, 13 people protecting the Earth, and only 13, whereas Shao Kahn gets together all of his guys. Even Shao Kahn himself means, if I'm not officiating the fight, if I'm not overseeing it, I can fight, so I just need a bunch of my dudes. So Shao Kahn gathers together, the worst of the worst. He gets Shang Tsung, he gets Mileena, Quan Chi, he gets Reptile, Motaro, Goro, Sector, Frost, Kintaro, Devora, Collector. Collector's another. Nitara. He gets Nitara, and finally he gets Kano. So yeah, those are his 13 guys. Him and the other 12 are going to be like, we're going to wreck shit today. Oh, it's going to be a great day. Meanwhile, the heroes of Earth are like, so who wants to do this? And as you would imagine, there are tons of heroes that are just looking to step up, but there can only be 13. And as much as there are superheroes out there, they're like, okay, we need the 13 best. We need the 13 strongest humans that we can, or here's 13 heroes that we know can win. So, Pines Twins, you're not gonna be here. You can spectate, but like, you can't do this. You will die. So Pines Twins, you're out. You can spectate. You can watch. Can't help. Sorry, I know you want to help, but you can't. First and foremost, and Raiden, of course, like, even though he says he has to remain non-biased, he's like, I can help guide you guys to find your 13 people to fight for you. Oh, the first and foremost, the first person they go to is Optimus Prime. You know, Optimus Prime is, of course, like, yeah, if anyone's going to be the first champion of Earth, it's Prime. So Optimus Prime is the first, Danny Phantom's the second, Kim Possible is the third. They wanted to use all three of the Powerpuff Girls. They wanted to have all three, but Raiden told them, you know, we can't have all three slots there, and the Elder Gods are going to throw a shit fit if we have just all three there, so we can only take one with us. So they're like, well, we kind of need some these guys are savages, so we kind of need someone who can bring the hurt. So Buttercup is the next one chosen. Sashi from Pen Zero Part-Time Hero. They're like, yeah. The moment they realize, oh, Sashi, she's perfect. Like, she's a killing machine. So there's another one. Snake Eyes is chosen as well. Yeah, Snake Eyes is chosen. Anne from Amphibia, she's picked because, yeah, of course, Raging Blue Hair. Of course, she's gonna be picked. Yeah, she's picked to be to be another champion. Trying to think of who else I had on this. Randy Cunningham, he's picked. Max Steel. Yeah, Max Steel is another one picked. What were the other ones? Because we got 9, so we still got like 4 people. Actually, now I remember. Raiden suggests that maybe we need, since we're dealing with such dangerous foes, maybe we need a wild card in here. We need someone who can really like bring the hurt. Someone who can really like deal a lot of damage to somebody and really bring the hurt. Like someone who can really be malicious as they are. So they're like, let me cut to the chase. You want to bring in a villain to help fight for Earth? Okay. Oh fuck. All right. Who'd you have in mind? And they're like, and Raiden goes, Black Hat. Black Hat he's the guy you need. So they begrudgingly extend a invitation to Black Hat. He accepts because if anyone's going to rule Earth, it's him. So they have their 10th, so they still need their 3. They still need 3 more picks. They basically need 3 more picks, and they of course get another one, Leonardo. Leonardo is another one is the next one chosen. They could have, like, we can't get all 4. We aren't allowed to pick all 4 turtles, so we're allowed at least Leonardo. So Leonardo, that's the next one. Trying to think of who was the others. Yeah, Leonardo was the next, and the last 2. Oh man, I should have wrote it down. Because they can't pick anyone from the multiverse. They can't, like, it has to be heroes of Earth. The next one would be, they get Marco. They wanted to get Star, but Raiden tells them no. She's from another world. You can't pick her. You know her. It's humans only. So Marco, you're gonna have to nut up or shut up here, buddy. You're in. And finally, the last person they pick. The last person they pick is who was it? Well, you may be thinking, well, why was... actually, let me go back to something, because Optimus was picked, and you may be thinking, well, why was Optimus allowed in, but not Star? Optimus basically makes the case, and even Raiden makes the case to the Elder Gods, that Optimus, his real home is Earth. And he and the Autobots have made Earth their home more than Cybertron. And the Elder Gods go, okay, we'll allow it, but that's your one. You can't use anyone else from outside of Earth. Optimus is the only one who is allowed. Because, yeah, so they're like, adopted home. Okay. Even though they're like, shit, maybe we should have picked Star. Like, she's a powerhouse. And Optimus is like, thanks, assholes. So, the final member... And Black Hat, the reason why he got picked is because he's technically his evil is forged on Earth. So that's another technicality. And even the Elder Gods are like, you're really skirting the ice here, Raiden. So, final member of this little crew is Jake Long. So there you go. There is your 13 heroes who have to protect Earth from the 13 the 13 Outworld villains. So whoever gets 7 wins first, they get that's the winner. So the battles commence, and we got some really brutal ones, like Optimus takes on Shang Tsung, and Shang Tsung tries to use his soul stealing on Prime, but Prime's like, I'm not human. Your magic, your soul stealing doesn't work on me. I have a spark, dumbass. And he just blasts Shang Tsung with the Matrix of Leaders. Like, he just opens his chest up and goes, brrr, and just eradicates Shang Tsung. Frost takes on Sashi, and Sashi gets her arm, like, frozen, and she's like, oh, shit. And Frost is just like, hey, you can here's what's gonna happen. Either you throw the match and I get the win, I kill you and take the win, or you, for some reason, tear your arm off, because, the only way that arm is gonna be used is if you amputate it. Like, the only way you're going to keep going, because of how cold I made your arm, is if you amputate it. And you're not going to... And Sashi just takes her frozen arm and just smashes it on the ground and breaks her arm off. And Frost is like, oh, fuck me. And Sashi then proceeds to grab one of the shards of, like, frozen bone from her unused arm and just jams it right into Frost's eye and just all the way to the back of her head and just yanks it out with all this brain and eye matter all over it. And everyone's just like, holy shit. And Sashi's just like, the remnants of her arm is just dangling there. Yeah, Sashi's just being brutal. But there are some losses to the hero side, too. On the hero side, for losses like Jake loses his fight to Quan Chi, Buttercup loses her fight to Goro. Yeah, Goro, Buttercup does put up, a good fight, but Goro's just way more experienced. Goro beats Buttercup, and they can stop the fight. Raiden does stop the fight for any of the heroes die. Thankfully, he gets them out of there. But then Shao Kahn brings up the point of, hey, you never stop the fight when one of my guys die. And he's like, simply put, you're all assholes, Kahn. Less I deal with you, the better, because when this is over, I'm going to have to go back to Outworld and deal with your dumb ass. By the end of it, basically what happens by the end of it is that it comes down, it's a 6-6 tie, and it comes down to Shao Kahn fighting Shao Kahn taking on Danny, and Danny's like, how do I even fight such, I've seen this guy fight throughout this match, he's fucking brutal. But by the end of it, Danny does manage to stop Shao Kahn with just unleashing everything he has. Danny just, starts using every bit of his power, and even, going beyond. So, Danny just wrecks Shao Kahn, he's really using the full extent of his power. He creates, instead, you know how you can control ice? Well, now he's actually, creating blizzards, in the arena. He's making, legions of himself. He's just... Him and Shao Kahn get into, almost like a fight like Goku and Jiren at the end of the Tournament of Power saga. So, there you go, guys. That is pretty much my version of Records of Ragnarok. I'd like to thank that guy, for this Patreon video. And if you want a Patreon video, just hit the link below and join that tier for Patreon. I greatly appreciate it. And other than that, I'm Mr. Multiverse. I will see you next time in the multiverse.